Okay, so back with another video for today's trade. Let's go to the narrative that I thought was going to happen today. I believe that was going to happen today. I believe that we were looking for buys because um, price has positioned itself below the new day opening gap for Monday and Tuesday. And then on top of that, we're below the yesterday's yesterday's daily candle low. So there's two magnets plus a reference point of where price is possibly to go to next. So then there's a cluster, and then, so on and so forth. There's everything above it. So with everything above it, I'm pretty sure that, no, not pretty sure, I'm confident that price will eventually go back up in that area. So may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be in this very moment, but it will eventually happen. But going on to the trade itself, around 7 in the morning, I waited for price to give me some data for the first 30 minutes. It did give me a primary buy side liquidity right there, and ended up just holding that there. Ended up giving me a primary sell side liquidity around 721, and price really was playing around that area to the point where it attempted to take it out at least 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a span from, what is it, 7:30 through like 8:10, 8:12. So I wanted to see price take it out and then continue to take out sell side liquidity, and then one more big sell side liquidity being swept, and then pushes all the way back up to the magnet. I wanted to see that, but in reality, the price did take out the sell side liquidity and didn't really come back up until, I want to say, 9 o'clock and a little bit of 9:30. Then it came back down to this area. Now, even though I was looking for buys, I'm being more flexible to the real-time movement of price, just watching it, making sure that I'm not, overreading it or not reading it, just trying to find that middle ground where I'm just in sync with it. So the reason why I wanted buy for the magnet that's above the new day opening gap, and to possibly target primary buy side liquidity. So when price first came down after what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attempts of trying to take out buy side liquidity, I seen it come down and swept sell side twice. And this was the candle that was making me pretty confident that price was gonna start heading up. So when it finished wicking and actually made a body and moved on to the next candle, I entered there and I targeted the primary buy side liquidity. Instantly got stopped out, which is fine. Wanted to see price continue doing that until there is a specific fair value gap that shows and present itself. So I thought it was here too, at this point, because it swept this guy and it went even further and closer to higher time frames wick that I measured out. So technically speaking, there's some liquidity down here, but the farther away price go, I feel like the magnet should kick in the strongest. Or maybe I'm saying it wrong, but I feel like once price gets farther and farther away from it, I subconsciously think like, okay, this is the part where the gravitational pull of the black hole is going to start working. This is the part where price is going to start either consolidating, then reverse, or straight up make a change of state of character and then just start heading straight for the magnet. That's always been my thought process, and just need to refine it a little bit. That's all, but it's not hindering or at all. So that's why I took this trade today, the second trade, which is this fair value gap. I wanted to see it act as a buy side fair value gap that can push price and protect the upper quadrant of it, and kind of just run right through this sell side fair value gap. But unfortunately, it didn't. It started consolidating and it started moving really slow for me. So I just said, I'm going to take partials and call it a day. Because not only is it important to do the right thing by finding your bias and executing on it, it's also the right thing by your psychology. When you're in a trade, it's not about getting a dollar amount, or it's not about trying to get in when things looks good. It's all about, I feel like it's about executing without any hesitation and exiting without any hesitation, to really just build calluses around your mind and that mental fortitude that there is not a second thought in your mind saying like, hey, I see prices going against us and we should probably just, you know, hold on, or maybe we should add more. The what if scenario, like what if this happens, or what if that happens, and then it just makes it worse. It's more like just winning on the side of your psychology side versus your actual account. Because I guarantee you, like, what was really working for me, like, I'd say like 3-4 months ago, when I was like very profitable, was the psychology aspect, where I just did not believe in the second thoughts creeping in, saying like, hey, I think you should get out, or hey, this is taking too long, maybe you should add more to speed up the process. It's more like just sticking to your bias, sticking to your plan, and not letting your second thoughts try to invade what you were primarily thinking. Because no matter what, we're not technically right all the time with where price goes. It's more like we just use previous history to get an idea where it's going to go, but we don't really know where it's going to go. So in that case, today's trade was honestly a pretty good trading day. I like it a lot for the fact that, I took my 2 trades and I won on the psychology aspect of it, but a nice loss and then a break even. It's not a horrible trading day for the account, but it's not like I'm saying, oh, today was also a horrible day for psychology wise. I think today was a really good day for psychology wise. I took my 2 trades, I stuck with what I thought was right, and also was patient enough to stay in sync with the price, to still believe in bias that I would like to see. And I closed my account afterwards. And I know a lot of people don't really close their account afterwards after losing a trade or when they're winning a trade. So it's just finding the ability to be content with what you got, good or bad. But that's all I got. And thanks for watching. See you next time.